I also, right in the sort of like the peak of the off season is, again, I've learned from my lessons in terms of not getting lazy with food options. So trying not to just, when my appetite starts to fade, resorting to more processed items, trying to stick to the ones that served me very, very well for the majority of my off season phase, which are, you know, the normally rice-based products like the whole way through. Typically things like oats and products like that will, unless they're a shake, which is rare again, but unless they are a shake, then they're probably going to be too filling for me. So it's like white rice, cream of rice, rice flakes, rice cakes occasionally. That kind of thing is pretty decent. And tends to sort of suit me and allow me a longer like runway of actually driving my food up. And again, just like, I think the food intake that you can get to is probably higher than you actually think. And that being a tool that when you start your diet, you can start your food really high is a very, very favorable outcome of an off season. Like, your off season is not just about trying to gain muscle, but it's also about trying to create the best start point for your next contest prep or your next diet. And that, a lot of that leverage is going to come from having food in the best place possible. It gives you more ammunition for that next diet phase to throw at the fat loss, you know. And if you've got very little to play with, you're going to run out of room pretty quick, and you're going to be left with a lot like less tools in the toolbox to reduce from. So yeah, work your food up as much as possible. Stick to foods that digest pretty clearly well. Think about protein intake, especially highly bioavailable protein as carbs creep up. Those are sort of some like big take homes that I've had over the last sort of like, I guess, you know, couple of years of trying to push food up in off seasons. Hit your protein intake, which for me sits around about 1.25 to 1.5 grams per pound of body weight, usually in an off-season phase. I tend to, as carbohydrates climb, I tend to sit on the higher end. Some people will actually reduce protein. Now, again, there's no reason why not to reduce protein, because obviously I understand that